Right. Let's do this. All around me, silly messed up faces, frantic paces, bright and early for their daily doses. It's hypnosis, chemical mesmerizing. Our tears are for the frightened masses. COVID passes, divided masses. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. More rules tomorrow, more rules tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. Dreams of the world still normal are the best I've ever had. When people trust false science and do something very bad, like handing over freedom, it's a very, very masked world. Masked world. Start controlling your world. Masked world.
Welcome to Patrick Roberts, our new timeline.
Yo guys, how y'all doing? And welcome to our new timeline. Canada is taking the guns. I never thought I would live to see this coming down like this. I mean, geez, yeah, I mean, I thought I'd live a long time, but this is like shocking. I mean, it's coming in this reality, and we try to as much as we try to block it out, it's coming. And hey Jennifer, welcome. I don't know if you guys seen the clip. I don't know if I can pull it up here. Clip of Trudeau so, basically said that they're taking, the handguns. I mean, eventually it will end up going to all guns, but this is the first. This is like a drastic move, and it really sounds like to me it sounds like Biden is going to take a crack at it in the United States. I think he's gonna come out and basically say the same thing that I think Trudeau is doing, and between our little friends in Canada, or I mean our friends in Little Canada, there, we're the last of the armed. I mean, I think Switzerland might be armed. Um, I mean, like, Israel is supposedly armed to the teeth. I think every citizen, even their women, carry guns. But that was just a hit piece back in the day, so who knows if that's true. Um, they make it look like there's like war everywhere, and So let me see if I can punch that Trudeau up. True. I don't even know how to spell his name. Canada. Trudeau. True. Trudeau. There we go. News. See, Trudeau's speech. Trudeau. Trudeau. You know, I was watching. I gotta find that video. I was watching a video. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. This is who we are. This is what we believe in. This camp prime minister addresses the crowd in my words. Full UN speech from Canada Prime Minister. I want to find the one with the gun. Speech on taking handguns. Handguns. It's just built to prevent buying and selling handguns. To So I will get on playing this. I will check chat in a second. Hey, Helen, welcome. Um, hey, M. Hobbs. Been a long time. Been a long time since you've been here. So people who haven't been here in a long time, they for sure don't have a wrench. But if they stop back, you'll get your wrench back. Oh, and Jennifer. So Helen, what am I doing here? Okay. I'm lost. Help me. Sharky is going to be joining us in a little bit after I show this clip. You know, I don't know what I'm doing. What the fuck am I doing? Bear with me, guys. It's been one of them nights, I'll tell you. Not too bad a night, but share. Share screen. I'm like moving really slow. Sorry. So let's get this shared, and then I'll go to the chat. Why do I? Then I had to figure out why I didn't have chat. I'm like, because are we breaking? Are you guys? You guys can hear me and everything fine, right? They may not. They may not let me play this because some weird shit is popping up on my screen. Okay, well, we'll try to play this. You can do this, Pat. Oh yes, Helen. What are we doing? What am I doing? Yeah, I got you. Okay, so I love it. I got all women in here. I love it. I love it. I love it. Each and every one of you women. Haven't seen Jennifer in a long time. Haven't seen Helen in a while. Definitely haven't seen in a long, long time. Uh, Miss Hobbs. There's Sharky. Sharky, I just had all women in here. And yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, Sharky, I'm gonna bring you in. Um, I'm gonna put the link out there, but I'm gonna play this video first. It's not very long, just a couple minutes. I'm like thought, I feel like I'm moving really, really slow. Either that or the computer's just like slowing me down. No, it's me. All right, listen, guys. Listen. Tell me if you can hear this. Give me a 5x5. Let me know if you can hear this fine because I'm not sure if the audio is pumping through, but we'll see.
And before we're joined by our next guest, I want to consider how a real democracy actually handles gun issues, changes to gun law. Consider what Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau had to say about guns in Canada. Listen to this.
2 years ago, our government 1,500 models of assault-style weapons, including the Ruger Mini 14 used at Polytechnique and the AR-15. So background checks to keep firearms out of the wrong hands. We did it with responsible leadership.
Did you hear who announced before Trudeau started talking? He says this is how a real democracy. He is already telling you what to think. He is already putting in your head which way to go in, that this is the right thing. I'm sure they're all. I don't know. I don't watch the news, but I'm interested in checking out a lot of the news channels and seeing if they're all following that point. That this is a good thing. We know there's going to be argument over it, but it's the best thing for us all, right? So he was already putting that in your head before Trudeau even started speaking. So let's hear some more. Come on. I think we're okay. It don't want to play anymore. That's funny. Can you guys still hear me? Is everything okay?
Required us to do. Now, as we see gun violence continue, we're moving forward. We're introducing a national freeze on handgun ownership. What this means is that it will no longer to buy, sell, transfer, or import handguns anywhere in Canada. In other words, we're capping them.
You know what that says right there? Do you know what they just did? They announced to the world that they are at war with their citizens right now. When you take a basic right away, a right to defend yourself, that's calling you out. That is calling you out. And I am sure that this is coming to America. It's just a matter of time, but they're moving quick. I don't even know. This video might get a nice checkpoint after this, but I'm going to play a little bit more.
That was the Canadian Prime Minister today. Yes, guest David Hogg spoke at the NRA convention in Houston.
We now have the most prevention Senate, House, White House ever in America. That's not enough. That's not enough. We have to hold them accountable and get through the filibuster. We need to go out there and today every single person that is either at home or listening to me right now to show up at your senator's office over this recess. Single day that you can show up and demand that they have a vote with.
And joining us now is David Hogg, co-founder.
You guys know who this David Hogg is, right? He is that one of the kids. So one of the kids that was in one of these shootings, and one of these school shootings supposedly, and so I'm just like, this is nothing but propaganda, and again. To stand up against this, to take the guns away, basically. This is it. It's coming. It's gonna be soon. It's gonna be illegal for anybody to have a firearm. That is what is coming, and when they do that, when they get deeper into these laws, they are calling us out at that point. At that point, they have just declared war on the American people. It's your basic right to own a firearm and be able to defend yourself. If you think you need a firearm to defend yourself, you have that right. That's a God-given right. What? Sharky, go ahead. Welcome to sorry. I see your pen. What does that mean? I'm slow tonight. Is that a shark in the water? Playing with the pen. What is that? A shark in the water? Or...
I don't know. I'm just trying to show some. Oh, hold on.
Hey, Rippin' Rabbit, welcome.
And what are you doing, this baby?
It's an honor, sir. Hey, if you guys ain't signed up to Rippin' Rabbit, I do stop in. I don't chat in the chat. I apologize. I should, but I do stop in and watch Rippin' Rabbit's radio show. So sub to him. Very entertaining, and he does all kinds of stuff like he'll talk about Mandela Effect. He'll talk about other realms, stuff like that. Sci-fi. He's into like sci-fi, and he's from my state. He's from Wisconsin. Actually, not too far from Ripon is not. It's maybe a couple hours away, hour and a half, maybe.
I thought maybe I'm not subscribed to him anymore. I was. Because I've not seen
on Wisconsin.
On YouTube for
the
me
Badger
in a long time.
What? You haven't seen
Ripping
him?
Rabbit Hole. I've not seen anything on him for like over a
yeah.
year. I mean, maybe I got
Hey,
unsubscribed.
welcome, Ken. So anyways, what I know that this is just more rabbit holes, and we shouldn't get involved, and we have to stay neutral. You know, it doesn't mean that I'm going to be jumping on the side of. By no means am I jumping on the side of to take guns away from people when they should be able to own them. So I guess I am taking a side, but as much I try to stay neutral in life, no matter what it is, I have to stay neutral. I have to be in the middle because I'm not part of this world. I don't want to be part of this world. But I'm seeing from a distance, from the outside, there's some major heartache coming to the United States very soon. I think sooner than a lot of people realize. And as much as I try not to get my head involved in this, when they start moving to take people's basic rights away from them, then I would stand up and fight. I mean, I'm not of this world. I know that, and if we don't stop them and hold them off, this whole world will become a slave world. We pretty much are as it is, but we're deep into some slavery, and we just don't want to go there. We don't want to give up your rights. Too many nations already gave their right to own a firearm. Too many nations did that already, and they are ready. They are yelling and screaming at the United States to wake up and listen and say no. They're coming for the guns, and they're coming for our children. So it is I will probably go strike for this. I'm not calling anybody to arm up and attack. You wait till you need to defend yourself. Wait until they try to take that firearm away. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. I didn't think I'd ever see this, really. But they think they can do it. Sharky, what are you doing? You got that many nails on your
No, I spilled a thing from Dollar General of to hang up pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got nails everywhere.
So, were you able to listen to anything I just said?
Most of it. Yeah.
What are your
I'm like
views?
you, I try not to feed into the whole is it even possible or whatnot, but we watch Canada and you're like, Jesus, what the fuck's going on up there,
That's why I'm the one that I don't know if other people have come up with that name or not, but my title is I'm calling Canada Little China right now.
No, it basically, I thought Australia was going mad, but somehow.
We'll have to see how Canada handles this.
But, I don't know if it's just timeline shifts or what. I have to really wonder that because And then it's like with Australia, with the timeline shift maybe, and now it's better, or better than what it was. I don't exactly know.
They may, they
I mean,
may,
as
they
far as
may,
in
they may
Arkansas, man, I don't see how these fuckers are going to come take away these fuckers' guns down here.
Canada, if they really truly start in Canada, I think a lot of American people will go and help, Canada out. The gun right people will the people who believe in the Second Amendment and stuff will probably more than likely rush over to Canada to help them protect their rights. I could see that happening. Canada's making a bold move, and isn't there one of the sons, the royal sons that are living over there? Sharky.
I, yeah, I gotta win. I
The
don't know,
red, the
Patty.
redheaded one.
I don't keep track of kings and queens and their nephews and princesses and all that shit. I got no clue. Sorry.
Joe Dirt, you got something to say? You come in here and say it to me. You got that straight? You get your ass in here, and if you got something to say to me, you say it face to face to me. I could be a good actor, couldn't I? I could be a damn good actor. Nobody helped the Mexican rebels. I mean, farmers. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I could
I
see
think that's.
somebody trying to. Did you see Joe Dirt's videos today?
Mm-mm.
I saw two of them. And you know what he
Run
had
it.
in his hand? A fucking chainsaw. Try to come over to Joe's place. He's got a fucking chainsaw. He will cut down your fucking head just like that fucking tree, but on like that whip. So, do you call that a gun? I call that a fucking Ash
Well,
versus the Evil Dead. Ash
you
versus
got.
the Evil Dead, motherfuckers.
You know.
I mean,
Well, listen.
I've got fucking swords and
Whether
shit
they
around
ban
here. These
guns or
fuckers
not.
ain't.
The criminals are definitely going to have them, right?
Yeah,
So, what good is a chainsaw against a firearm? You know.
it's
But yeah,
scary.
it would be a.
I saw a guy
it,
run out in them stores and start swinging a fucking sword, looking like a Japanese guy, and the guys with the guns ran.
Helen
I
says,
mean,
"I don't live in
we've all watched
Canada."
Deadpool and all that shit. They swing the swords around so fast it deflects bullets, right? So deflecting bullets by a sword is possible in this realm.
Oh shit!
And in the Marine Corps, they
I
always told us
just
to run toward the gunfire, so that's what you get for that.
I just read Helen's
I'm up. He sees me.
Helen's
I'm
comment.
down.
She said, "Hey, Helen said I don't live in Canada. It's upsetting to me that I can't go there and my fiance can't come here. It's disgusting." Yeah, that's bullshit. I didn't know that happened. I thought you guys were together. Uh, but tell him I said hi the next time you see him. But wow, that sucks. You can't cross country line. That's going to be the states soon too. You're not going to be able to go into and cross another state line until you get the old jabble. Does Cammy, you want to come on? Anybody want to come on? You can you can come on. We do have the I do not consent in the corner, right? I do not consent. Do not give your consent away for
I
anything.
think I said this shit.
I fucked up a lot when I was younger. I wish I would have known all this stuff when I was younger, this information. Sucks it took 53 years to learn all this.
And we've probably been institutionalized a
Mhm.
long time ago in the nut house, like they used to do with the electronic fucking shock therapies and all that shit.
Hello, everybody.
Let's welcome Cammy. Hey, Cammy.
I missed your beginning, but I figure you're probably right because Justin said another month of fucking lockdown on the airport and travel restrictions. And so I can't fly out of Canada. And the only place I could get to is the United States if you guys would let me in. And because I'm unvaxxed, I don't think you guys are letting me in.
Ain't that is crazy? That's messed up.
And yet I'm probably going to be the only one's not dropping dead because everybody else seems to have some issue.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I really want to question for who's been jabbed to who is now coming out with the new pox thing to see if it's coming only for the jab.
Oh, definitely. They are working their way. I see the propaganda coming out everywhere. They are working they're just stirring the pot. You know,
well, it's just the whole thing's just so fishy. It's as fishy as this other one because just before we had the first one, they had the games on it. Now they've had the games on this, and now it's coming out and starting the games on. I can't remember what it is now, but they've got the next one already planned. It's like
we call this one the MP. So when the MP, when they start pushing the jab.
You say MP though, that's going to still flag it because an MP is a political party membership name here in Canada. Just so you know.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really?
Our government officials are our MPs.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Just thought I'd let you know that's a government term.
How about we'll call it monkey pee? When the monkey
Curious
pee
George.
Spreads, yeah.
Can't get in trouble for Curious George.
Yeah, when they spread Curious George everywhere, and that gets out, and they're pushing.
It's so hard to catch though. You have to actually be in intimate contact with people to get that one. It's as low as chicken pox for transmission, they said themselves. So I don't know how they're going to call that anything. I'd like to go and just actually speak to them because I would like to show them the numbers on what an actual pandemic looks like. And if we're not going to count the flu as one.
I had to take a taxi, for the first time. Finally, I had to freaking take a taxi. And this taxi service is the only
that one that took you the other way?
This just happened a couple days ago.
Yeah, were you telling us, I think, that he took you and picked up another guy in the opposite direction, and then I remember that story.
Yeah. No, this is a different story with a taxi again. And it's about the mask. They have they still wear this, and the CDC is not mandating the mask anymore. And so they have to wear the mask their whole shift. Hey, Helen.
Hello.
Welcome. Long time.
Thank you.
Do they have cameras in their taxis or something?
So, yeah. They got cameras in there, and they say if they don't wear a mask, they get fired. And also the passengers have to wear masks too. And I said
they were doing that here before, and they're not doing it now.
And they got these plastic shields up between the driver and the passenger. This big, thick plastic shield. So I'm like, how am I going to spread any germs to you anyways, And all the drivers are upset that they still got this thing going because,
until everybody fits out and demands not to do it and just decides not to on mask.
Yeah, that's what I said, but they're all afraid to stand up because they're afraid they're going to lose their job. And I said, then go find a different job. why do people bend over and get it right up the, you know?
Here's my question. How long, if all these people, and I'm talking to everybody, decides not to comply and stay home for a week, how long do you think they're going to actually let the world sit still before they lift it? Not very long, because they won't make any money. Nobody's doing anything. I mean, don't so much as flick on their cable and watch their stuff make them no money. Use nothing for a week. Stay home. Everybody set up, stay home, do nothing, do not work, do not make them money, do not consume anything, do not go out and shop, do not make them a dime. I guarantee you, if the world sat still for a week, they would listen. That is the one thing we have is our attention, and we keep giving it to them, and for free, and for little rewards, and for nothing.
Hey, Helen.
Hello.
Hey, I apologize. Go ahead. What is there something that you want to talk about? Or?
I agree with what Cammy was saying, because the world is never going to ever go back the way it was. The world's never going to stop. When the clock ticked over in 2020, New Year's, that was it. That was it. The world, that was it. End of normal life as we know it.
They're not ever going to let it go back. Mm-hmm. So we have to change it to something we actually want. And sadly, it can't be anything to do with their system, because it's all busted, broken, and built on evil.
I talked to my cousin today, and she used to be an ER nurse, and now she didn't want to be in the hospital setting anymore, so now she's a EMT. So she's a head thing at the EMT. So she's like, explaining to me how hard it is to work in such a small area, and so she was wearing she sent a picture of herself inside the truck or whatever, and she had a mask on, and I said, do you still got to wear the mask? And she's like, yeah. I said, is that ever going to go away? And she's like, I doubt it. So
probably not.
Anybody that works in her field is going to wear. That is
the
so
medical
crazy.
field is the one place they're not lifting it at all.
These people are going to be so damaged by breathing in their own carbon monoxide for a year. That's just they're nurses and doctors. They should know this stuff. You know, I mean, I don't get it. I would get out. I would literally go to a private, get away from get away. I don't know. Maybe a private doctor's office still has to do it. I don't know, but I would, if that's the case, if they all have to do it all the time, I would quit. I mean, what
worried
else?
About money. They've got money running everything, so.
None of it should be forced. It's not right. I did want to come in just to say hello, basically, as I've not been on it.
Yeah, hey, it's been a long time since I've talked to you. And, how you been? How's your daughter doing?
Yeah, she's fine. I have her 1 week, and then my ex has her a week. I speak to Dominic every day, but I haven't seen physically. He hasn't been here for like a year because of everything that's gone on in Canada, so it sucks. Me.
So, he's in Canada, right? So he lives in Canada, right?
Yeah, BC.
Yeah. So they can't leave Canada. They can't leave Canada.
No.
Or is Britain
I
locked
can't go there
too?
because I was looking to go, but I have to be fully vaccinated, and I've not had that.
Oh wow! You have to be.
We can't even fly in country. You can't fly without being vaxxed at all.
Wow!
They've only just opened it up so we can eat our restaurant. That's sick.
Wow.
I'm overtired. I've been awake since I've struggled. Anyone else here in the Melendella community struggled to sleep in the last bloody week?
Beer, Helen. Beer helps.
Did you
Is he
say
on the
is that
coast or is he inland in BC?
Good advice.
But I'm
Did
still
you
like every hour on the hour awake. So
did you
go
say
figure.
something about problems with sleeping? Is that what's
Oh
going
yeah,
on?
like past week, sleep has not been my friend.
Yeah, I would. The other day, I finally was able to crash, but the last week, I've been getting maybe an hour or two. That's it.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
in 3 weeks, I got maybe 6 hours of sleep, and after the fourth day of doing it, I finally crashed for about 6 hours, 5-6 hours, and so probably in a week, I've probably a total of 12 hours. So yeah, it started like Friday. I've been having problems sleeping.
Yeah, about Friday. I was awake for I had 2 hours sleep, and then I was awake, and then I had about 4 hours sleep, and then I was awake the whole day, and I was awake tonight from about 2. I'm like, it's five past. It's 11 minutes past 5 right now.
Are you having problems with your eyes at all?
I can't really say that because I've had problems with my eyes my whole life.
Yeah.
What is weird though, they weirdly got better instead of getting worse, because I had a thing where my glasses got worse and worse and worse, but the last prescription was a better, and I was like, I don't understand how that works. So that's interesting.
I've been feeling a lot of pressure behind my eyeballs.
Oh, you mean like here, or like a soreness here? Yeah.
Yeah, but it feels like it's inside, like behind my eyes. I can't touch it, but sometimes it makes my eyes blurry, and I've got to blink them a couple times to get focused again. So it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just could be my diabetes. I don't know. I hope not, because I wouldn't want to lose my eyesight. That I wouldn't want. You might as well shoot me. I couldn't go.
If I didn't have these babies, these glasses, I was like, I can't see shit.
Oh
yeah,
wow.
I think our body changes though. We're going through a lot of body changes in the Mandela effect, like hands, body, faces, our future, and the skull.
At that point, with your eyes like that, do they mark you legally blind?
No. I think it has to be. You have to not see almost nothing. You're blind if you I think if you see almost nothing. Mine are not that bad. They're something like -5, something like that. I don't know. I don't understand what it means.
You guys still hear me? I'm froze.
Yes.
Yep.
Am I back?
Oh, we didn't.
You can hear me now?
Yep.
I might have to go out and come back in, guys.
What made you think you were gone?
I'll be right back. I gotta go out and come back in because something's not right.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, Helen.
Hey, I remember what you were saying about Venus and Mars. I remember the same thing. We were Sharky Khan earlier mentioned about the order of the solar system, and I remember the same way as Sharky.
Yeah, Jen's Jen, she had a saying, like her dad taught her. Mm-hmm. So I know she's from a different place, right? But we were still together. But I do remember watching them videos and stuff like that, and I remember what they said, and It was red for a reason, you know. And they said, yeah, there probably could have been life there, but the sun grew and it heated up the planet, and they went inside the planet and all that shit like they used to talk about a long time ago. But now, you know, evidently aren't there like white poles on Mars? But it's after us, so that makes me wonder if we are on Mars. Here,
Probably, Sharky.
according to, you know, so it's like that, you know, this is not Earth like we knew. So,
No.
you know, that's the weirdness that I wonder about, that, you know, a lot of people don't know, or like you. I mean, it makes me wonder, you know, like, why not? Why not ponder on that, you know, from what I knew. And if we're going to go back on what we all knew and what some of us knew and some of us didn't, and I don't agree that everybody here is affected. I don't agree that everybody here is from the same fucking place, for damn sure.
Yeah.
So we're from different timelines, but somehow we're through like if there's a bunch of black holes in timelines and stuff, like we're all intersecting in a weird way, that we are something not like special, but something's wrong with us.
We're different.
We're glitches. We're glitches in the system.
Did you get my text, Sharky?
Huh?
Did you get my text from the other day?
Oh, I did, Cammy. Yeah, I did. I saw the number. I have it. I don't know how to check it exactly. My son can tell me how. All I knew, you know, I went to the post office today, and
it won't be there yet, but it's being tracked, so it should make it to your destination.
It should. Yeah.
They know now that it's being watched.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Believe me, thank you so much. Yeah, eyesight is a really thing that I'm not used to anymore.
Yeah, I'm hoping they'll work. I just went and grabbed a whole bunch of different kinds and threw them all in there in hopes that one of them will be the right one for you.
I hope it will, and it you know, if not, it'll all work out.
Bifocals and some that are just reading glasses. And
yeah,
pairs in there.
Yeah, I'm sure everything will work out the way it's supposed to. Yeah, so how's Dom been? I haven't seen anything of him on any sort of videos or chatting. I don't know. Did he kind of get out of that? Is he still doing his artwork?
Not too well, but he's better now than he was.
Is he doing his artwork?
We went in. He's kind of stopped for a while, and it's just the way things have been. We've kind of stopped for a bit, but I've started painting again.
Well, me too. That's, you know, I sent Patty some stuff. It kind of got me kick-started again. I go through different phases of whatever, evidently, and so I'm kind of happy to be back on this part of it again. So things are getting created. Did I show you?
Yeah, I like the way we go through shifting through phases of what we're interested in or what we do, or I think that's interesting. Yeah,
sometimes we're you know, I could never make poems, and evidently I got to reading through some crap that, you know, was brought over here that my dad, and all of a sudden I realized my dad used to make poems to my mother, and I'm like, you know, and I tried to read some of them back then, but I'm like, I don't need to be reading this shit, you know, because they're all lovey-dovey, that kind of stuff and whatnot. But so this is that's can you see that?
Yeah, I can. Oh, getting up.
Sorry.
Yeah, I can see that. Looks great.
If you can see that one, then I made this one since that one. and now I'm on to whatever the hell this shit comes out to
That
be.
looks great.
So it's fun, you know. It's like I do it kind of day by day. I used to be so tedious, you know, like, and I didn't want to do it anything. I had to get it done in one day, right?
Mm.
But anymore, I realize that that's how long the days were. So, I mean, you could get a lot of shit done.
Oh yeah.
Get a lot of fucking shit done and still play outside and everything. And here it's like, man, I got to do the dishes, and all of a sudden, you know, now it's time to start drinking some beer or whatever, and it's, but whatnot, you know. So it's like, you know, like, can you see that one?
Yeah, that's really excellent.
And I've showed a bunch, you know, that's just about pencil and shadings, but it,
yeah, I love your photos.
But it's just, thank you, Patty.
If anyone can see that, that's what I did.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah,
shit!
That's really cool.
Yes, that's cool as fuck.
I love photos that you can look at, and everybody will see something different.
Yes, totally. That's what we do. We kind of create and we think and we look outside. Oh, I'll show you something. Really cool.
For all you Canadians out there,
this is something my son drew. Right, I'm gonna show you something. How things sort of flow. Okay. All right. Now this is something my son drew on this. This is toilet tissue. And he was in here today, and then he drew this, and all of a sudden he stuck it over to me, and I'm like, "Oh, what? Whoa!" And then he started kind of telling me about it, and I already saw it in the middle, and I was seeing things, and then he told me this is something that has been coming out in him, basically, that he seems to be drawing over and over. Which means a fuckload, right? So this is let me see if y'all can see this.
Like a third eye.
Yeah, you see.
Right.
I don't know if I can make it. How the hell do I fucking do this shit? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my tablet, so it's all backwards.
We can see it.
Okay. And what he told me is, we found a little pointer. He told me this is what's been coming out, and he's drawn it a bunch. Shit, I can't see shit. Let me try. Man, I gotta get this thing. All right, well, never mind. I'll just going to explain it to you.
Sharky,
all right, all right, no, I'm just going to explain it to you. There's an eye in the middle. The little crosses at the bottom are stars. There's a moon down there. There's sun opposite of that. There's a tree coming out. There's a little guy sleeping on the tree, next to the tree. Little dude sitting there sleeping, and he's dreaming. Blah blah blah. There's clouds, and there's an exclamation point. And so, if you can kind of get the gist for that, and maybe even see the little guy sleeping next to the tree.
Like a tarot card.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, I mean, the little dude sleeping next to the tree got me big time with my son. And plus, you know, I saw the eye at first, and I was like, what's he showing? And I was thinking like in the middle of the eye was the earth, and above is a tree, and down below goes into the other parts of the earth.
If you look at it from a distance before seeing the eye, it looks like a ballet dancer.
Yeah. I know, it does. It's but I was like, this is a big one. Okay, so it's not a big one, but it's something we're used to, right? So my son, left and he's been with his mom, and he come down here and he went to a different school in a different state next door to us in Tennessee, and it's looking like he's going to come back here from everything he's been talking about. But he changed, big time for me, and he's totally different, and it's not like an age thing, he hit 16.
Who?
But it's
Who are
not
you talking
exactly
about?
my son. My
Oh,
son, but
okay.
it's not exactly an age thing. His entire personality is different. It's more, we go to the stores. He's wearing, like a greaser on the 1950s movies, and you wear
Yeah.
the white, what people used to call wife beater T-shirts.
Mm.
That's all my son
Yeah.
wears. White tank tops, tight fitting. Uh, um, Bored out of his mind looking for knowledge, right? Wanting to do things, going outside all the time, walking, just he used to be nothing but in a room with the computer, and now he's totally outside. He showed me like his phone. He's like, "Look, Dad, I've only been on my phone for 3 minutes today," and I'm like,
That's pretty good.
"What?" And so I'm dealing. What I finally realized talking to 73 is, simply a different version. There's too many weird quinky dinks that are for the positive, I'd say. But also her son is going more down the negatives, and both have been. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I kind of lost some static there or something, but both are down the paths of being, one way or another forced. Hers was forced, mine volunteered. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter what I'd said back then. And man, it's odd. There's so much that's odd. Um, but to me, it literally is like somehow something happened. I shifted again, and this is the son I've got here to teach in the ways that I can and show. I don't know where the other one went, but this is where I'm at now. And that's a weird thing to have to go through, Not a bad thing, I don't believe, but it just depends how you want to look at it, Like when I believe I died in the bed with the drugs and all that shit, and the drugs didn't work anymore, and it's like, well, then a version of my son woke up to a daddy that's dead in the fucking bed in a house that the mama and also the grandma, Meemaw had passed away in. And, I've got remorse for that because I don't know where that version is that needed help in that timeline where I literally took myself out. So.
Thank God you're here.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, what the fuck what the hell are we doing?
You guys know how much a bag of Doritos cost today?
Oh my God.
$1.99.
Doritos. $5.65.
It's about right. It's £1.99 here. It's probably about right. Conversion. How have you been, Pat, by the way? Sorry.
I've been doing a lot better. A lot better the last couple of weeks, hanging in there. You know, it's been you know, I'll never be the same since I've been Mandela affected. You know, it's like I don't really find any fun, enjoyment anymore in anything. You know, it sucks. It really does.
I would say that the Mandela is a blessing and a curse in the same way, because obviously I think it's good that we can see, I suppose, compared to being asleep, and it is a blessing. It's I'd rather be awake and aware than, you know.
Yeah.
I miss when it was. You know, as far as myself, you know, I miss when it was newer, when it made me feel more out of sync, more aligned to being out of sync. Because now I'm like, I see things and it's like, well, do you say it or don't say it, and then what's the fucking point? You know?
I think half maybe of us because the Mandela effect was new to all of us. It caught our eye like for the very first time, so it was like we were amazed for a good long time, I believe.
About fucking at least 4 fucking years. You know,
call it. We're all in shock for a good 6 months to a year. At least we were in shock. Now we're just dealing with it.
The people is the blessing really on this, that he was even able to
definitely
put it this way. We went alone. It wasn't just us in our houses going, I can see all this stuff. Thank goodness we do have the internet to speak to each other, otherwise you'd be like, okay, I'm crazy.
And that's what you know,
you're definitely right.
A bit sad, you know. It's like whatever kind of grip we were in at the beginning, most of us don't even, you know. And I make different videos on my channel, but you know, it could be whatever. But I mean, I still will do some, you know, things I see, but it's not that often. It's like it used to be, or just it's like, and a lot of people have just kind of. I guess they're just dealing with it like the rest of us are, you know, and it's like, maybe what's the point? And with all the restrictions on YouTube that happen over there, it's just
Hold on a second, Sharky. I gotta welcome in the people that have been here for a while that just got in. They just got in, but they've been here for a while already. Bebop. Jennifer, Joel, Christian, and I know there was Crunchy. Welcome, Crunchy, Joe Dirt. So Chinese fighters are buzzing our aircraft because Trudeau's in bed with them. What a stupid stream. What? Did you guys see that comment? I just seen it now. So Chinese fighters are buzzing our aircraft.
Yeah, that was in the news yesterday.
What?
It was in our news yesterday. They've buzzed our spy plane that's spying over North Korea over 60 times. And by buzzing them, I mean flying between 30 and 100 feet from them with their military aircraft. Causing turbulence for them. Yes.
But I don't understand why he would call this stream stupid, because Trudeau I don't think he gets what I'm trying to talk about.
No, I don't think he did either, because that isn't because Trudeau's in bed with him. That's because he's worried that the plane's close enough. If it's spying on North Korea, it's close enough to also spy on China.
Yeah, I didn't even know anything about that. You know, I mean, I guess I don't watch the news, and I just got glimpses of. I don't even know how I came across that clip from Trudeau. It must have popped up on my YouTube or something. But yeah, no, I didn't know anything about the plane thing.
I just look at it as posture to try and convince us that World War III is about to happen, because they got to keep everybody in fear, remember, until the fall when everything ramps back up. I'm going to eat, so I'm going to be off camera for a few minutes.
They want to start a World War III. They got if they want a World War III or a Civil War, try taking the guns. And there you go. You got it.
I'm gonna have to get off because I feel like I probably could get another hour's sleep. I'm absolutely knackered. I just wanted to be nice to see.
Glad to see you, Helen. Stay safe. Okay, love you.
Yeah.
Always
thanks
here.
for stopping by. Stay in touch. You know, I want to see you more often. You know, I like getting into conversations back about the Mandela effect, you know, just the conversations about Mandela effect and what we went through and, you know, how we handled it back then. And, you know, I want to get into some deeper conversations about our past, you know, when we all woke up and stuff and we met each other. So, yeah, come on again sometime. Email me sometime that when you're free and you can come on for a couple hours. And I'll have Sharky and some other people on that were like back in the day. If I can find enough people, because there isn't too many people left from back there.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It'd be nice to see them start popping up again. You know that.
Yeah, I agree. That would be lovely.
Yeah. So I'll see if I can get a whole stream of us together. So, my email address, I can put it in there, but it's
you got me on Facebook, just
Oh, do I? No, that you have to look for me again because my account got taken over. So I got a second account. Because Facebook, even though my account got taken over, and I keep telling them I can't get into my account, and it's been hacked and everything, and they've been using my whole channel to try to hack other people, like, and they won't even take it down. They won't take my channel down as much as I tell them take it down. They won't do it.
What I'd do then is, if you could put your email in the chat and I'll copy and paste it and then you delete it, because then obviously it's not out there for everybody, because I deleted my Facebook app and I don't want to go in.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah, so I had to set up a new Facebook. So yeah, if you ever hear from my the old account, what they're doing, they're using my account to try to get people to what Sharky just had it happen to him today, but it didn't.
Yeah, show you can show the pictures of what I wrote back.
Like scam, like they're trying to tell you to give your information to get some grant money, and they send you to another. Hold on a second.
I mean, you can show my pictures I sent you of me talking back to the fuckery.
Yeah, who?
4 or 5 of them in it.
My email is, I got a new email account, so I'll be able to check this one very easily because I ain't got a million emails coming in from my other account and it doesn't get lost. But anyways, it's ournewtimeline@yahoo.com. How easy is that? ournewtimeline@yahoo.com. ournewtimeline@yahoo.com. I got everything. I'm able to get everything Our New Timeline. Like, I should do a website, right? Our New Timeline, but I don't know what I would put on it. We could do shows on my website, couldn't we? Can I do shows like this on the website? On a website?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry you're hungry. Not sorry I'm having nachos. Laugh out loud. Yeah, your nachos. I'm having Doritos, but they're too loud. Can you hear me crunching? Oh, you're welcome, Helen. If Zen went, I just glitched again. This whole system just glitched. Did you guys see it? Did it happen in there? They wish they were as cool as yeah, thanks, Kristen. I forgot what I was going to say. Sharky has a new camera. Hey, Voynich.
Huh?
Voynich said you have a new camera. Do you have a new camera?
Oh, it's on my old tablet. Wait, where am I going through my phone? I don't know. I'm thinking about going through my phone tonight. It's almost like if the phone gets too many. It's a Motorola or whatnot, but it's like if it gets too many people somehow on your stream, then I freeze for somehow on my phone. I don't understand how the hell that shit works. But then sometimes it's better to work through my old tablet, and then that bypasses being able to be frozen. Which this tablet won't even connect to my TV, so it's about 8 years old or something. I don't know.
Joe Dirk said pepperoni and cheddar chips. Laugh out loud, good as it's gonna get tonight. Pepperoni and cheddar chips. That's funny. I like I don't eat chips that often, but when I do, I like this kind here. The spicy sweet chili. Sharky.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had them?
No, I've had some weird. It's like a lot of the name brands don't taste the same. And then I don't even think I got one. Like, it's like my cousin Michael brought me over. And they were like $1 at the dollar store or whatnot.
Yeah, I know Zen One's not here, but if you're listening, she's not in chat. But just to let you know, I got your. I did see your email, but Zen, if you want to start emailing me at ournewtimeline@yahoo.com instead of that other one, I'll see your emails a lot faster. because I don't check my emails every day, and by the time I do, I've got so many emails. There's so many like junk emails that get through, and like hundreds. I don't even know how that system. I don't know how to delete the emails. You know, I've had that email since like 2001. I think. I don't even know. It's been a long time. That's the first email. That's the first email I've ever had. The only email I've ever had. Oh wait, no, I did set up a Cubs email, a Chicago Cubs email a long time ago, but I don't use that one anymore. But anyways, these emails pile up and I can't delete them, except for trying to delete them one at a time. I'm not going to sit here deleting hundreds a day one at a time. Fuck that. So they just keep building up. I don't even know how many emails could be possibly on that. It's like I should just delete the whole email, but I can't because I've got important shit that comes through that email, that I can't. It's just too much hassle to change over. But with you guys have got me strictly on this new email because I don't give that email out to like like promotional shit or like everybody pretty much nowadays, even if you go grocery shopping, sometimes they'll ask you for your email. So I mean, I was stupid. I gave that email out so many times to whatever. So this is my second email, and this is going to be just a friend's email account and maybe some real important business stuff that I have to so I can see, so it doesn't get lost in all that. I mean, I already accidentally gave Walmart that email because I had to sign up for this Walmart shopping thing. And so they got my email and they're sending me junk shit every fucking day.
Yeah. Hey, Patty, I might need to go to bed here in a little bit. I mean, might try to eat something and go to bed. It's I got my son here, so
all right. Well, thanks for coming.
I mean, it's been rainy day and stuff like that, but usually I'd go ahead and stay up all night. But I'm just kind of eating a little bit of this and that, but thinking like, I don't know, Dad's talking about coming over and maybe picking James up, but his transmission started having problems on his car and all this kind of shit. So I don't know. I might need to go ahead and lay down, try to eat something, lay down. And,
yeah, no problem.
But thanks for having me on, and one of these other times, I'll be able to stay up a lot longer, and talk about who knows what the fuck we'll be talking about.
Have a good night, Sharky.
Thank you, Kimmy. I will keep checking.
I'll watch the tracking for you. I'll give it another couple of days, and then I'll check in on it and tell you how long it estimates till you should get it.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool because I'm kind of a novice, So I just kind of go up there, come back, and my car in the rain and everything, and I can get an air conditioner, and it's just, you know how it goes.
Oh,
so, fog in the car is never good. You're like, wait, I can't see. Like, so
you may have a card to pick up.
Best not to go on them days, when you go, wait, with the towel in your fucking car, like, I can't see. But thank you so much. All right, I love y'all, and I'll still be listening, but I'm fixing to like eating, and then just go ahead and lay down and whatnot.
All right, peace out. Take care. Love you, man. Take care.
Right, love y'all. Love y'all too.
Get up. Bye. Go. Go then.
And I really am here. I'm just about done eating. Just it's crunchy, and I don't want to crunch on y'all all the time.
Why? I'm doing it. Can you hear it?
No, but I can hear mine really well.
Well, that's good. You can't hear me crunching? Oh, I shouldn't be talking when I'm eating, right? So, what's the new topic? It's been a long day. I haven't said that in a long time. It's been a long day. I need to get a car. I'm thinking about getting a motorcycle because they're cheaper. And they're better on gas. I think gas here is like $4.59 a gallon, something like that. Or $4.
Well, we're paying like $2.40 a liter, which would work out to $8, $9 a gallon.
Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. How much does your workers at McDonald's make?
They just raised the minimum wage to $15.65 an hour.
Wow. $15 to flip burgers. I wish I got that when I was a kid.
Keep in mind the average rental for a place to live right now is somewhere between $1,800 and $2,400 a month.
Right.
And that's for an apartment.
But when you raise the minimum wage, then everything goes up around it. Then you've got to raise your prices to meet that minimum wage. You may have to let workers go. It's not
that's
good
what
when
they say, but that's not true. Companies have to take less than $100 trillion in profit, and then they can pay their workers more.
No, I get you there, definitely. Right. If they
but what cost the most was when the bank raised the mortgage rate, which is what caused the rents to go up.
But I'm telling you what's happening, not what it would be nice. You don't have to do it that way. You just lose some of your profit. Right, but that's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen until we make taking hundreds of trillions of dollars out of the country and away from everybody without investing anything back illegal, because that's technically would be considered treason because you're destabilizing a country.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's like they're holding the food back.
If we were doing that, it would be considered treason. They're doing it.
Yeah. The United States is doing it. I mean, they're holding food back from us, you know.
Well, yeah, so when they do it, it's legal. If we did it, it would be treason. If you, the worker, were withholding the food to give it to them and you had it, you would be treated like a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they do it and nobody does anything, it's just mind-boggling.
Right, they are destabilizing it on purpose.
Now, knowing the food system is going to crash, I have a very simple, helpful hint for all of you who have any space to grow. Fuck your lawn, plant potatoes.
What if you live in an apartment building?
I've planted potatoes in my apartment building. Potatoes grow everywhere. They're the easiest crop to grow. You need some dirt and some light in a bucket, a tub, a Rubbermaid container. If you've got a yard, just do potatoes. And you don't have to buy seeding potatoes. You go buy cheap, whatever potatoes, grow them in your yard. However you grow them is what they're going to be. It doesn't have to say organic, whole grain, whatever. If you're not going to fertilize it and you're just going to use natural stuff, then it will be organic.
Yeah.
And that way, you have something when they're destabilizing. You may still have to supplement a protein somewhere in there, but you've got a basic for something, because potatoes can go in just about everything and can be used as flour and as all sorts of different things.
Yeah, guys, start a garden, no matter how small. I mean, you can start a garden if you want inside an egg. Look what I did.
What is that?
Welcome to the street.
Where did he go?
I don't know. He disappeared again. But yes, that's my biggest thing. They're trying to make it so nobody has food. You could fuck the system up by growing a lot of food. It might not be abundance of variety, but right now we're just looking not to have everybody starve.
Right, yeah.
So if all you can do is grow potatoes, grow potatoes. Hope somebody else is growing carrots. Hope somebody else is growing onions. And there, now you've got all the sides for dinner. Go hunt yourself a rabbit or a squirrel for dinner.
Will everything like that grow inside of an apartment? If you put some light in there?
Not all of it. I know the potatoes do, because I have them growing in my unit right now. They're about 1.5 feet tall. I just started them like a week ago. But yeah, grow what you can. Some people have a greener thumb than others. So if you're better at growing, grow more things. I'm attempting tomatoes to see how it will go in the house.
Yeah, Voynich, what is that?
It's asparagus. It's just inside of an egg. It's a tiny plant.
I've never heard of it. What kind of plant is it?
They make asparagus from it.
Oh, asparagus.
But I liked it so tiny and small, right? And, so I put that like on the bookshelf or somewhere, you know.
How long do you think that'll take to grow?
I don't know.
Asparagus, 2 years.
Really?
For a crop, yes.
Wow.
This might not be the kind that you can eat, but yeah. No, but beets are very easy to grow. Very, how do you say? You can keep them for a rather a long time. Like,
what did you say? Weeds?
Beets.
Beets?
Beets, yeah.
Oh, beets.
Turnips might be another one.
Yeah.
I love beets.
And they're easy to grow, you know. They're really easy to grow. It's just like potatoes. You don't have to look out for it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can leave them in the ground if you don't use them, and they will stay good for longer times. So, same goes for potatoes, by the way.
Yeah. I'll be right back after the book later.
But yeah, I'm also having this tiny garden on my balcony, and I'm even growing in towers, you know. So I just put one pot on top of the other because it only grows out of the side. So I'll just stack pots upon each other.
Potato plants.
Aha.
More potato?
Potatoes, I think one side is red, one side is yellow.
How long do them take to grow?
Those went in a week ago. They will take probably 3 months to grow, to harvest actual potatoes.
Yep.
How many potatoes does that produce?
Oh, well, probably for every plant, I can probably get anywhere from 8 to 20 potatoes. And it depends on how much room you have as to how many potatoes you'll produce.
That's cool, yeah.
Because they'll produce an endless supply. What you don't eat, you leave in the ground, and it'll start growing the next potato plant in the next season.
Right.
Well,
it's like those never-ending crops if you leave it in there.
The potatoes, they failed completely last year. You know, in the garden and on my balcony, like pea size, guys. Pea size. I never seen it. They filled everywhere. Pea-sized potatoes. It was like, how did your potatoes turn out? And my mother was like, well, this size. I said, really? So that's weird. I never experienced
Maybe
that.
they can only grow as far whatever container they're in. Maybe they realize that, and they can only grow, as big as they got room for. Cammy, well, let me see what you have them potato plants in. Let me see the pot.
The big giant Rubbermaid.
Oh, okay. All right.
It holds holds liters, but it's like 28 liters. So divide that by 4, and that's your gallons.
Do you have regular earth in there, or did you buy bag earth?
Oh, they got premium potting soil because they're spoiled plants, but they usually were just getting like a bag of manure and a bag of dirt. But then my complex made me bring in my entire gardening thingy, so all of my good potting soil from all the plants that were done went into a big bin, and I'm like, you know what? Let's grow potatoes in there.
Just go out to the farm and follow the cow around. Give some manure.
I can go buy it at the grocery store.
I'm gonna do a live pretty soon of the zoo. I'm gonna go to the zoo pretty soon. It's just a small zoo that I live.
Don't get close to the monkeys with your camera because they will end up with your camera, and the monkeys will be live streaming for you until your battery dies.
Yeah.
We'll get to watch them do interesting things.
We're not allowed to get that close to the monkey kids. They have it fenced off.
That's never stopped people before.
What?
That's never stopped people before.
Yeah.
I've watched some of those zoos where people are like, I'm just going to climb over this clear gated barrier thing and go pose with these animals. And
I feel bad for all the animals. I don't like seeing animals caged up.
I like the natural zoos better. Like we have one that they shut down here on the island that was much better than any zoo I've seen them host, where you lock everything in cages. Yeah, there were some gated off areas. That was usually the area where the people were walking. And all of the nature area and their fenced off area, it was just a giant open area for them to roam. And it was more, they have like 15 or 20 acres or something that they were roaming
in. The zoo is like 3 blocks from me. 3-4 blocks. So I was thinking about going over there and throwing some apples over the fence. Standing out in the parking lot, whipping apples over the fence to the horses. They have
what you're throwing.
The pen that's closest to me just has a regular fence around it, around the outside. So me walking down the sidewalk, I can veer off next to the horses and go up to like a chain link fence. And if I had any food, the horse could probably get it right from me right to the fence.
I have a question for you. What zoo are you visiting that has horses as its entertainment? Because a horse is not a zoo animal.
Yeah, these are mini horses, but still, I get your point.
Not a zoo. That's like saying we're going to the circus and not getting to see elephants or tigers or lions, which you can't do in Canada anymore. Now you get to see dogs and cats. And I'm like,
well, they got a camel in the zoo too. A camel. They have a lot of birds. It's like up in Wisconsin, we see all kinds of birds here. I think they got a peacock.
So how did your zoo animals fare during all of this Kofifi stuff? Because like a lot of places, their animals starved.
Yeah, I don't know because they just got the animals in because the zoo just opened up a month ago. So they must.
They paid a whole bunch of poachers to fill their animals. Oh, great. That's where I'd be the first thing to do.
Yeah.
I'd be there asking them how they got their animals. These were all donations from other zoos or giving them a hard time.
Yeah, Kristen's right. Petting zoos have horses.
Yes, that's not a zoo, though.
They also have this really big turtle, like a huge, gigantic turtle.
See, that I can almost get behind because at least that's something that probably needs a little bit of protection. Probably is benefiting from some human help.
They basically got the thing inside. It can go inside or outside.
I had turtles for a while, but I had to give them to one of our nature reserves because the 2 turtles we got at the pet store, which you're supposed to buy them at the same time so you can avoid having issues, right? So I buy these 2 turtles for my son's father's 2 other children and a big tank and all the stuff you need for turtles. And they grow bigger and then they start having sex. And we found out because the children come running in the room freaking out because the little turtle's on top of the big turtle and he's poking the little turtle with his tail. And what does that mean? And I'm thinking, oh my God, that means I need to give these turtles away before they lay eggs. But we were told by the pet store they would either be both girls or both boys because in the litter that when you get them, they're the same brood and all the eggs are the same temperature. Therefore, you only get one sex. And so we were guaranteeing not to have this problem. And then we had this problem. And so I called up a nature reserve and I said, are you interested in a mating pair of red-eared snapping turtles? I was like, how much do you want for them? And I'm like, well, if you promise that the kids can come visit them, you can have them. They said, are you sure they're a mating pair?
How you doing, beautiful loser?
Pretty good, man.
It looks like you're having a good hair day, or did you cut your hair?
Oh, are you kidding me? Took me 5 minutes to pull it back real quick. Took a shower, so I went on the fritz.
So how you been, Joe?
Oh, not too bad. Last weekend really kicked my ass, but hell, I guess the week's over.
Yeah. So you're indoors tonight, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty tired. Did a lot of work the last couple of days.
Are you tipping a beer?
No.
You're really going easy tonight, eh?
Been all week. Like I said last week, it kicked my ass. I think I'm good for the month. I sure know I drink enough then. Yeah, friends are up from all over, so took me 2 days to get rid of the headache.
Well, you look good. You look good and sober and alert.
Yeah, for the most part. I'm starting to be able to think,
Double-edged sword.
Yeah. I love that egg boy's got right there. That egg's awesome. That asparagus plant in it. That's
and the best
nifty.
part is when he goes to transplant that, he can just stick the egg directly in the next container and it'll grow right through the egg.
Yeah, probably, huh?
The egg will be calcium nutrients for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty neat.
You can do that with a potato wedge, although your chance of getting a potato out of that is pretty good.
He grabbed it and walked over. First thing I thought was, oh, there's our world.
I wonder if you could grow corn on the cob in the house.
No, it needs too much sun.
No.
I tried it on the patio last year and we didn't get anything but this little tiny cob of corn because we didn't get enough sun because we only get morning light. You need full day sun.
Well, hey, everyone needs chow mein corn.
Yeah, but that was a lot of water for one corn.
Chow mein pieces of corn, yeah.
Only for one though, out of all of that. It's not gonna. I need a yard, is what I need.
Yeah.
Well,
so do I.
You can do tomatoes and lettuce, right?
You can do lettuce in a cup of water. Did you know that? Your celery, your lettuce.
Do what?
Most of these things. Grow them in water. As you buy them, if you buy lettuce and whatnot, you know that the root that everybody likes to chop off and throw out, put it in water. It'll start growing.
Yeah.
You have to change your water all the time to keep it fresh, but parsley, celery, green onions, lettuce.
Right, I don't have a water.
Do you do your watering with just regular tap water, or do you buy?
I would recommend not regular tap water because you have fluoride and all sorts of shit in your water.
All the heavy metals goes right inside the plant, I would think.
If you can distill your water, then use that. If not, just buy distilled water and use that.
Use whatever you got or starve.
But rainwater works.
Yeah, I wouldn't think
tap water.
I wouldn't think that distilled water would help them grow because there's no nutrition.
They get nutrients from the sun. What do you think photosynthesis is about? Taste the sun.
Yeah, but if you're growing it inside it, you're not getting that much sun.
Well, I have sun bulbs, so I'm getting all the sun I need.
Okay, well, I'm talking about growing food in the house.
Potatoes you can grow in the house, just needs a window.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the more sun, the better.
The more sun, the better. I've got grow bulbs. That's why I'm trying potatoes and a few other things because I can just keep adding more bulbs until they get enough light.
Containers, I might grow carrots or something, and that
I got two really.
Put a little sandy.
Two really big windows in my bedroom. So
and also look at where your electrical boxes are because you don't want them anywhere near your electrical boxes. They will not grow good there.
Yeah. So put your roses there.
And I got my roses in the window too.
So
I'm being defiant. I got another thing.
I'd probably have to plastic the floor off.
All I got is plastic plants around here.
If you use Rubbermaid containers, you don't, because then they don't have holes in the bottom and there's no leakage.
Yeah, but I don't want to take a chance either.
Perfect, man. I don't gotta touch them. They look good. Put plastic fruit on the table and it just looks good. Just leave it alone.
We're not starving. Look, I got a bowl of fruit. It's always fresh.
So what kind of fruits can you do indoors?
I think you can do you probably like mini oranges if you got a really sunny window. They've got those miniature oranges. You could do peppers.
Yeah.
Pepper plants, by the way, I'll warn you right now, if you're going to try and grow pepper plants, plant one seed in a pot, no more than one seed. If they feel any root of any other plant growing, instead of growing a pepper, they grow a poison berry.
Huh.
Really?
Never knew that.
Yes, I tried growing peppers, and it took me 2 years to figure out why they were not growing peppers.
I grew pepper plants in a waterfall aquarium. You know, pepper plants looked awesome in there, but they killed all my fish.
Yeah, you gotta be careful when you're doing that. I wanted to have like a pond with a waterfall, but in my apartment there's just a no-go. They have no water. I can't even have a candle burning. I couldn't fathom them allowing me to have a pond with a waterfall.
Oh no, it was set up in a 55-gallon tank. You know,
they won't allow a fish tank.
Yeah.
No water beds, no fish tanks, no air conditioners.
I got rid of that shit a long time ago.
They're real sticklers for being jerks. We're not even allowed nails in our walls. No hooks in your
Yeah, I
ceiling.
don't know about that. I'd nail everything up, plaster it later.
I've used a whole bunch of push pins. I found these over large push pins. It's not a nail. It's the size of a nail, but it's not a nail.
Yeah, you can't put a nail in your wall, so you might as well super glue everything to the wall and then see what happens.
They want you to use these really tiny little things. I'm like, okay, have you ever seen old picture
What are
frames?
they going to do? Keep your security deposit?
They keep everybody. They're going to have a hard time with mine, though. I've never lost one, so I will fight for mine.
They always find a reason to keep it.
They always do, but you know what? I go as far as to move the stove and the fridge and scrub underneath and scrub the walls and scrub the ceiling. The place that when I leave it is better than when I moved in.
Yeah.
Everything's spit polished, signed, sterile, ready to go. And then I hold my hand out and I go, honey.
You know, I did that. You know, we did everything. And so she still kept our security because we didn't vacuum out the vents. And we didn't have the curtains dry cleaned. And I'm like, fuck you, man.
Yeah. You're just being a dick now.
Yeah.
Look, I didn't take the curtains and the vents.
Your draperies, no kidding. Spritz them down with a hell of a ton of either Febreze. If you don't have Febreze, you take fabric softener, the liquid kind, water it down in a water bottle. Spritz
I have
it
plastic
really
now. I don't need to worry about it. I have plastic drapes now.
And then air dry it, and it'll smell wonderful.
You take hairspray and a lighter.
No, that's how you
Curtains are done. Curtains are done.
You should see people wig out. Just little things like you get permanent marker on a wall and people freak out, and then I walk over and I take an erasable marker and I cover over their permanent marker with erasable marker, and then I erase it off the wall, and they went, "What the frack?" And I went, "Don't freak out."
You know,
There's ways around this. We've just forgotten all the old ways.
I was kind of hoping some people that were drinking tonight were gonna come on because I finally bought a fucking six. I have bought a 6-pack of beer. I haven't bought beer in years. I mean, as far as the 6-pack goes.
No, not this month, Pat.
What did you say,
Cost
Timmy?
me $80. It cost $80 to fill up a half a tank of gas for myself yesterday. Yeah. So, not this
I
month.
got coffee. I would love to drink with you, Pat, but
you afford it now. So are you kidding me?
Oh, I'm not drinking. I'm not drinking right now either.
I have to work tomorrow. I can't.
But never say no. I mean, I'm sure someone will drop me off sometime, you know.
Oh no, I'll keep it. It'll stay good until the next time you have a beer. I'm like, I'll drink it whenever. I'm like, I don't. That beer could sit in there for 6 months. I probably wouldn't touch it. The only time I'm gonna drink it is if I'm on here with one of you guys.
Voynich thought of something and then just left the room to go do it because he thought of something. I saw him. He was rubbing his hands, and all of a sudden, ooh, and he took off.
Let me guess. It had something to do with the egg timer.
I guess I waited a little too long, Joe. So look what happened.
I know. That is so awesome. That is so awesome.
There you go. A little business.
Before. That's like
I mean, you could sell this for like what, $5? Like it's a nice,
it's like artwork.
You know, and it will only cost me like 30 cents. So yeah, it's a good business idea. Yeah.
It really is.
Avocado plants. That's something that you can sprout inside your not well lit place. Yeah. They don't like direct sunlight. I only know that because I have, I think, 4 in my place.
What's
And disregard all the ways they tell you to grow an avocado plant. Just let the avocado go as soft as possible if you're not going to eat it. If you are going to eat it, let the seeds sit out for a while. Peel the skin off, half bury it in dirt, and water it every day faithfully for a month, very lightly, so that the dirt stays wet. And it takes a full month for it to sprout.
I bought some cauliflower. There's cauliflower, broccoli, carrots, and something else in this thing, right? And then you get a little thing of dip. $5, almost $6 for that. I'm just like, damn. It's expensive to eat healthy.
It is if you don't have the right food source.
Right, if you're not growing it yourself. Right.
You're not growing it yourself, or you can't get access to my work, which is another really cheap way to do it.
I gotta get down to the farmer's market because you can get really good deals at the farmer's market.
You can. Where I live right now, my work is cheaper than the farmer's market because they had to increase it because of gas.
Mm-hmm. So what's funny?
I just buy canned crap, man. Can or frozen. That's it. I'm kind of simple that way. It makes it easy.
Yeah, but bleaching half to 2/3 of your vitamins out when you can it. If you can get flash frozen, you might be getting a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's like at this
point, it's taking me 2 years to get a front yard, so maybe after I'm done, I get some crap in, I'll be happy. But until then, just give me a can of green beans.
If you have a lot of digestive problems, go easy on your green beans. They have a lot of lectins in them, which rip apart your intestines, which causes a lot of your fecal matter to leak into your body.
Cheese that was 6 months expired, man. Nothing will live in my gut. I ain't too worried about it.
No. Lectins are not
I looked
something
at the
that
boy and
live.
I said, well, son, if you're sick
A lectin
tomorrow, I
isn't
know
something that's
there's
alive.
salmonella in there.
It's the cell of the
it ain't
plant
gonna
that
hurt
is
me, though.
barbed and spiked
You guys are
and
just talking over each other.
rips through. A lectin is not a living thing that would live through your digestive tract. It's a cell of the plant that is barbed and actually is sharp and rips through your digestive tract. Lectins are very horrible for you.
So then why eat them?
Well, then you shit the
everybody
lectins
told
out.
you they're good for you because the medical industry likes you going to the hospital and being sick because they make money when that happens. Isn't that sad?
That's out of green beans, you said?
Green beans, wax beans, beans in general have lectins, high lectins. Peppers are a high lectin. You can eat things to counterbalance because you can't always avoid them. You just shouldn't eat them like religious with every meal because it's really hard on your digestive tract. And you can rip.
I figure if I don't know it, it's not going to bother me. So I'll just, not really know what a lectin is.
Repairing things that repair holes in your digestive tract. Onions and asparagus are the highest ranked ones. So if you want to eat green beans and or other lectin foods like peppers, which are delicious, and I eat them as well. I eat them with onions and or asparagus and or both because then I'm also repairing as I'm causing damage.
Yeah, I don't.
I'll eat a can of beans and I'll put my plastic butter on it, and I'll be happy as a lark for about 2 hours until I got to open the can of corn and throw some bacon in that.
That reminds me, I gotta fry up some bacon. I know what I'm gonna have for supper tomorrow. I think I'm gonna have some BLTs.
Oh, I was gonna say BLT. When I do bacon, it's BLT.
That earlier.
I haven't had them in a while.
Oh, and then I made a homemade pizza, but like I said, the cheese was like 6 months old, and I looked at the boy and I said, "Well, I'm not gonna get sick, but
You
maybe
do
you
know
might."
that you can't really get sick from eating moldy cheese. Cheese is edible mold. It's all mold. It's just edible mold.
I just noticed the expiration date was kind of old, and I thought, well, we better eat
That's
that
not an
package.
expiration date. That's a best before date. When it gets past that, it's aged. It's not gone bad. It's gotten more expensive. It's cheese. Cheese is
I think
one
it
of
was
the few
crap.
things that, as long as you cut off the green fuzzy bits or the white fuzzy bits, you don't eat those, you're fine.
If your food is starting to mold up, then you know that you're eating some pretty decent food.
Yeah, then you cut off the moldy bit and you know that it's real food because bacteria knows it.
All the fake food will not mold.
Does not mold
forever.
Look at Twinkies.
I like to buy real bread, and it'll start molding after 4 days if I leave it out on the counter. So I put it in the refrigerator to keep it longer.
If you eat that mold, that's very cheap drugs, dude.
Yeah. Moldy bread. Isn't that how those girls got killed?
Moldy bread is like very cheap drugs, dude.
Saw things that weren't there, and they were declared witches, and then they got burned at the stake, and it was all due to some mold.
Hey, there's no witches that got burned at the stake now. They all got pardoned. I just heard that the other day.
Yeah, I did. I heard that too. Like, 350 years later, they're partying. Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Powder. I don't even know how to say it.
Pardoned.
I'm sure they feel so much better about it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are these people here thinking?
I think they believe that the witches are like ghosts, and if they tell them they're pardoned, maybe they'll stop haunting us. It's a vain attempt at something stupid.
I swear, this place is like, it's like a circus. It really is. I'm just like,
it's like all of the movies you've ever seen all piled together into one. We have horror, we have comedy, we have action, we have the stupid stoner movies, we have all of it's all in one. The porn, everything, and we're all starring in it. Yay!
Yeah, that's for sure.
I wish we knew what the title of the film was so we knew where it was heading. That would even be hard. You don't even know the title of the movie.
That's my title. This is round 2.
I know what they'd like the title to be, but I don't like their titles, so we're not using their titles.
Shit show, The Reprise. I think that's the title. Shit show.
I just know that for the most part, they're trying to make it seem like we have no hope and nothing, and there's nothing we can do, and nobody should even try because you're just a piddly little human. What can you do? You have no power. And in reality, if all of us just got together instead of wanting to starve and planted something so we would have something to eat every day, that would screw them right over, because that's what they're looking for, is for everybody to be so desperate that we turn on each other.
Damn it.
Can't read your shirt because I'm sitting so far away.
I visited the big cow.
You visited the big cow? Where's the big cow?
You take that however you want it. The big cow, you know?
So you rode the bull, huh?
Don't catch a cow, dude.
I rode it
all right. The actual world's biggest cow, and that he actually got to go see it. It's big. He's so big he's safe from the food chain, which is kind of cool.
Oh.
It's in Wisconsin.
Where is he at? He made me hungry.
I'm not sure, but he gets to retire with all the girl cows because he's too big to go to slaughter and too big for anything.
Manitowoc, Wisconsin.
Yeah, see, he's seen it.
I'll do that place.
I didn't buy the shirt though. I got the shirt for $1.50 from garage sale.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a fake news T-shirt. You didn't go to the big cow at all, did you?
Fake news.
No, I didn't go see them.
That's it. You're in trouble, Pat. Fake news.
Right.
Somebody's going to cancel you.
That's what you mean with our new timeline. Here's some more fake news.
Yeah. That's the only fake news I put out.
That's what the news reminds me of, is that comedy sketch where they did fake news.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the real news reminds me of when I look at it now, because you listen to it and you're thinking, no way that can be real. No way.
Now,
It reminds me a lot of Saturday Night Live.
I stopped listening to the news and radio like 10, 15 years ago because I just couldn't stand the way
I don't have it at home, but sadly at work they play the local radio station, so we still get to hear the news stories and whatnot come over. Some of them are stupider than crap.
Right.
I giggle my ass off because I'm like, what? What did I just hear? What?
I don't want to be spoken to as if I'm a 10-year-old, you know, and that's all they do. That's all they do. They talk to stupid people. If you listen to it too long, you're gonna be stupid. You're gonna be a stupid person. That's just how it works.
I point out to everybody how stupid the lyrics are in the songs now. I tell them, okay, now we're adults. Let's take these songs and listen to them. And take the words verbatim and listen to how stupid this sounds.
Yeah, listen to the stupid words that you're singing, right? Yeah.
Like, you know, and people are like, what? And I go, well, there's like so many songs where they've just filled it in with either junk or you listen to it and it's just horrifying. You're like, what did they just say?
Right? Yeah. Like that song a few years ago.
They put it to a happy beat, and so everybody just goes along with it. And I'm thinking, hello?
We're gonna die young, 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 young. Yeah. We're gonna die young. I'm like, really?
I'm sick and tired of having, they have a school shooting, and then they have reporters talking to family members who just lost a little child, supposedly. And they're talking to him right on the news, asking him stupid questions. Like, you know, they just ask really stupid questions. And the parent is just not nonchalant talking and answering the question. If that was me, I would be broken down in tears, wouldn't even be able to talk to somebody straight up on the news. You
of course
can't tell me that these people they're not paid actors that they have on the news.
Well, some of them are paid actors. Some of them really just don't give a shit. Yeah. There are people who are willingly selling their children to Hollywood for fame and money. I mean, you love your child enough not to do that and know that that's horrible. Yet there are how many parents doing that? I mean, there are parents who sell their kids to people to do horrible, horrible things with. So not everybody has good parents. Bad to say.
I just can't believe a parent can stand there and talk without cheering up.
The real parents were the ones that you see in the videos that were getting arrested and handcuffed because they wanted to go rush the building. Those are the ones you see. Those are real parents.
Yeah.
Those
I didn't see any of that. I don't know what you're talking about. Rush the building.
Fuck, I hear something out here, man.
They had the school shooting down in Texas where the 18-year-old or whatever went in and shot all those elementary school kids. The parents that were outside trying to pick up their kids were being detained by the police and stopped from going in and helping and getting their kids for an hour. And there is video evidence of that. That is why the police admitted to fault. Because somebody proved it.
Why? Because they didn't want anybody to go in and get hurt?
Because they were on orders to stand down for like an hour and 20 minutes until the negotiator got there. When the first cop got on scene, I guess. 1 or 2 ran in, got shot at, ran back out, and they were told to wait for the negotiators and the real people to come with the proper equipment, which took an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Well, the guy was in the
shot a
school
lot of
shooting
people
kids.
in that time. If it was
And
really going on.
the real question is, if every teacher in that building had had a gun, how many kids would have died?
Yeah, well,
In reality, one person would have got shot, and then
the trick is that they fuzz it up so much and they bring in so much bullcrap that you actually start
What they
to think
do,
that what you start to do
what
is
they do
you
is
actually
they
no, you
fucking-
actually are confirming and affirming that it is real when it isn't.
Yeah, I know, and they got everybody fucking confused from the start
Yeah.
because every one of these start out at a fucking
Yeah,
drill.
buddy.
Everybody thinks
here's
it's a
the
fucking
difference.
drill to begin
It's
with,
real and it's
and then
not.
it turns
there is
into
Some people
something
got
out
shot.
here, dude.
It was planned, so it wasn't
Oh, the
the
dog's
way
going
everybody
nuts.
was
There
told.
is
That's
something
why
out
it was
here.
a false flag. But it's not that it didn't go down. Somebody went in there. Some people were
I
shot. It
got
was definitely a
scared for a
planned
second.
event.
right. Yeah,
And we just don't know
I don't
exactly
believe in any of
who
it.
was the ones that were really shot that really died. Now, somebody apparently had to be taken out. We just don't
I
know
don't
who.
think
We don't know if
anybody
it was
died.
really they were looking at for the one teacher that died, and that was the person they really wanted to get rid of. Like, we just don't know.
Nobody died. I don't think anybody died.
You can keep saying that, but they need people to die, so they're not going to let us all live. It's not that everybody's going to
How are you
live.
gonna
They
prove-
need sacrifices.
They certainly haven't proved anybody's
want a
died in
lot
the
of them.
past, any of these shootings, because the people end up turning up alive. You know, like the Sandy Hook kids that turned up 10 years later in a Super Bowl,
Right.
singing the national, or I don't know if they sing national anthem, but they sing.
Well,
a
maybe it'll
song.
be the same story they gave for all those astronauts, and it was just all of their twins. Because they were all twins, don't you know?
Yeah.
Coincidentally. Isn't that what they did with the Challenger mission? They're all alive, but they're all just their twins
Right.
because unnaturally everybody
I
on that
agree with
mission
you,
was a twin.
Jennifer. No parent would be able to stand there if they just lost their kid. There's no fucking way. I'm not buying it. As soon as I see
Well, there was a
that,
Something's out there, dude.
over who was the
When
dad
you
of one of the
find-
kids
when you
just
find
because
one-
there was the same
when you
picture and
find
two different
one-
dads.
when you find one false thing in a whole story, you can throw the whole fucking story out.
Yep.
Well, yes and no, because if you say that, then you're going to miss a lot of good information because somebody was wrong about one key element. And so you're going to toss everything they have to say. So what you do is you listen with a grain of salt. And then you go and you seek evidence to find out what part of that, if any, was true.
Right. I'm just saying that
No,
I don't follow
But we
these
shouldn't
rabbit
just
holes anymore.
discount everything because even
I
in
don't
a
even go
lie,
down
there's
these rabbit holes
elements of
anymore. I
truth.
already know the
A
way.
good lie has elements of truth.
I already know the way it goes down, so I don't fall into the rabbit
Well, we all
holes.
know that the end goal of this, because it's happening down there, we have shootings over on the other end of Canada where we're populated in the east, and whatnot, so that they can get our gun laws, which, of course, Justin Trudeau is giving up. I don't know if you've seen all the different guns he's banned in the last
Yeah.
little bit, but he's so proud, 1,500 since he's taken office, that he's banned. And everybody's all for it, not realizing what's going on. I'm like, guys, you know how many legal guns and people who have registered their guns and done everything legally
Why
are
are
committing
you guys-
crime?
Why
It's
is Canada
so
banning
small.
it?
It's like
Anyways,
0.6%.
Are you guys having school shootings over there?
We had a health care shooting where somebody went into the hospital and shot a doctor and a nurse and the secretary, and
Yeah,
same
no
thing to
shit.
the same man.
There's a bear outside the house.
Ooh.
No,
Did you leave
that
any
ain't ooh.
garbage
That scared the shit out of me.
Uh-huh. Like, did you leave any garbage out? Got a window open and you were cooking?
I got video of a bear
No,
getting
I
in my
couldn't see
garbage.
him, right? But I heard it.
Do
I
you
came
have
outside,
loudspeakers to your
and the
computer?
fucker was running around the yard. I couldn't see it still, but I heard it. And I
Do you have
just
a loud?
looked on the fucking ground by the trash can, and there's a bear print.
Yeah. Do you have loudspeaker and a computer? You turn on lots of
I'm
gunfire
gonna
and
wake the boy
speakers
up.
up and put it out the window and the bear will go away.
Oh, I sent the dog out, man. He went nuts, so he was right here. It's all good now. Oh, I got the
Yeah,
heart going,
it's
right?
good to have dogs. That's for sure.
Good to have dogs in a pinch, loudspeaker, and any YouTube video with lots of gunfire. So pick a war movie, whatever, and just hit dead center where the war is going on, and boom, boom, bang, machine guns, bombs. The bear will go away. Got to be loud though. Turn it up. Neighbors
Glenn
might
from
hate
Boston said the bear meets Joe's chainsaw. Joe's chainsaw.
Or, yeah, if you got a gun and you're a really good shot, got to be able to get its itty bitty brain through its very thick skull. So have a good gun.
Well,
Big gun.
I think I'm going to call it an early night, guys. I'm getting hungry and I'm going to go make some brats.
Then you got bear skin rub and bear meat and bear burger.
Yeah.
You have a good night, Pat.
Huh?
Good night, Pat.
You have a good night.
Good night, boy.
Yeah, thank you
Good night,
guys.
Joe.
Good night, Joe.
Careful with the bear, okay?
Yeah.
Thanks,
I think it's
Voynich.
over.
Thanks for
He's gone.
showing
He won't
us
be
your
back.
plants and stuff. And
Right.
thanks, chat, for coming in. And we'll see you guys the next time around on our new timeline. And just remember, if anybody wants to email me at ournewtimeline@yahoo.com instead of my other one. So, thanks, Voynich. Thanks, Joe. Cammy. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Have a good night. The party is over.